Literally got out of the shower, did my makeup, ran over. I think the pool boy's active. I don't know. It's that kind of day. Let's see if we can get me to a position that you can see me in. What do you think? That's better, right?
That's perfect.
I don't have any coffee, though. Would you just do me one favor? I don't have any lipstick either, by the way. I just realized that, too. Would you entertain everybody for 2 seconds while I get my coffee?
Sure.
I left it in the other room, and I don't know where it's at. I love you guys, though.
Yeah, we can't see the live stream. We're trying to find it.
It's there. I just found it. I know it's there. Thank God.
Oh, okay.
I have to change the picture, obviously, and because things took longer than I thought, I didn't even get around to doing that. I hate it. I'm going to add you guys. Your link is in the calendar, that's for sure.
No,
but once we turn this over into a, what do you call it? Somebody see if the chat boy's alive. I don't see him there. He needs to speak up if he is. My brain just stopped. So I'm going to get my coffee. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
No, we got it. We're good.
It is hard to hear you, though, with your echoing, just so you know.
She wants to say one?
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
I don't have my headphones on. We're going to have to switch the headphones on. Oh, you can't do yours with that. Because then I can't hear the board. Oh. Yeah. I cannot hear the board. Welcome, everybody. As you can see, we're keeping this all going here without a hitch. So. Yeah, that was freaking me out. I don't know where that all came about. Welcome to a day in the life of Andrew and Xenia, folks. So,
you don't know where husband and wife team. We usually do photography and videography. YouTube is our nice passion. Yes. We do shout outs and interviews and just a podcast.
There we go.
So I like speaking in the shower.
You can hear her. Shannon loves the echo, of course she does. But I know her favorite one of all is when I get
like this and talk to her and say, oh, that's right. We can all hear you. You're here. Shannon. Justin Mello. That's right. It's all for you, simply Shannon Miller. Yes. Howard.
Is in the house.
Who wants to take bets? All get sick of hearing us do this except for Simply Shannon.
Hello.
Oh, look at the dog. Look at the dog's tail.
Like that button.
That's right.
And share the stream so everybody knows.
Everybody.
Welcome back. My husband stole my cup.
Well, we're waiting for Kat.
She is so funny.
Kat has not fallen into the love guys for you to tweet this out. Everybody knows about this amazing party. Isn't this amazing? They have a shade. You have Andrew.
I have me.
Oh. Well, I guess it's enough.
Cuffs, what's going on, my friend? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I just proposed to him yesterday, and you hashtag his channel, hashtag cuffs.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Apparently,
I
it was naughty.
Very good. Are you getting tired of it yet, Simply?
Thank you.
That's right. Timmy's pool boy. Timmy's pool boy's in the house.
And the pool boy showed up just in time. Thank God.
It is. Cuffs was requested. They asked us to use the echo while she was gone getting her coffee. And Simply Shannon's so funny.
Now I can hear you. Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Hey, guys.
How you doing today?
Hi.
How are you doing today? That's the pertinent question.
We're not sure. It's been kind of a whirlwind.
Oh, you're having the same sort of day as me. I love the hat, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's my dear mother's hat. She used to wear it on the beach, so I thought that would be very fitting. And these glasses, by the way, provided by my father-in-law. And they're actual aviator glasses, not a brand or branded
real ones,
but the real pilot ones.
The old ones.
The fisherman pilot, some 30 years ago, gave him as a gift, and he passed it down to me. So that's what I'm wearing today.
That's absolutely awesome. I love it.
So how are you doing? How's everything with you?
We don't want to answer that question today.
Oh, we do.
We
Don't
don't.
touch,
I'm not having a good couple of days, and we don't want to go there because then I might start crying, and we don't want to cry on the stream.
I don't want to make you cry. No, that's not.
It's up
It's
to you.
been that bad of a couple of days.
You can cry if you want to, though. We will listen, but I don't want to make you cry.
I don't want to cry. I don't know. It's been. Hang on. There's my wire. I'm obviously all over the place. This isn't even plugged in, and I'm trying to plug it in. That doesn't even make sense, does it? Okay, so let's see. I had a really rough day yesterday. I went to the doctor, and I didn't actually get to see my doctor. I had a argument with the office staff instead.
No.
Yeah, fun. And then I went to a doctor finally because I have a problem with my leg that I've been trying really hard just to suck up on, and I couldn't suck up on it anymore. And we have to wait to see how it goes.
I'm so sorry to hear
Hi,
that.
Mom.
never
My
fun.
mom's here.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Hello.
Let's see if I can get the lighting again. There we go. We got the light again. Yay.
You got a really nice natural lighting going on. That's awesome.
I love my natural lighting if I can find it. Guys, hey, you want to go inside? Inside voice, you go in. Lay down. Hey, on your towels. Lay down. I have beach towels for them. They actually lay on. It's hysterical.
They're enjoying the pool.
It's awful to see a mistreated animal, folks.
I know, right?
Yeah, actually, our city, we're in Montreal, and I think our city have been preparing for your pool party too, because today is very, very humid, and it's actually 84 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 29. And at night it's going to be close to 30, so quite a change.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
wait, so from 84 to 30?
Yep.
Wow, that is a change.
Yeah.
Yep.
So especially for you, Kat, today we have hot and humid through the day.
Lucky you.
That's right. That's right. The humidity, honestly, people, we always say that, and people are surprised. We really do have Miami conditions here in the summer. You think more north, it wouldn't be that way. But
Yeah.
our weather is very comparable to Miami in the summer. Very hot, very humid here.
Sorry, I had an ant on me, and they
Oh,
bite. So I was trying to make sure it was gone because they do bite. They hurt bad.
better than an uncle. So
Right? It didn't get me though, which is good news. Hey, Eclipse Brewing. Welcome everybody to the
Oh,
stream. Now that
wow.
I am sitting and breathing, and I apologize. I keep trying to not be last minute with my stream. And every time I literally sat down to set it up so the chat would be ready in advance and all that. I forgot.
we're always
And then
forgetting
I'm like,
stuff.
I need a shower. I have to wash this bush of a mermaid hair, and that always takes forever. So, but I made it. Yay.
You got the personality, can pull it off. You're always fun with it. So
Thank
that's
God.
all. Yeah, that's right. Well, you're using your strengths. I commend you for that. So
Thank you. Hey, great vlogs. So we are here today to speak with Pusa Studios all about both of their histories in music.
That's right.
And I purposely do my best to not find out much. Oh, my mom would like to know where you are exactly. They're in Canada. I know that.
Yeah, we're based out of Montreal. I've lived here. I grew up in a rural area in eastern Quebec, same province for most of my adult life. I've lived here. And Xenia is.
I'm from Latvia originally, which is northeastern Europe. Is that loud enough? Can you hear
Here,
me?
I'll put you up in the game a
Can
little bit
you
more.
hear me?
There
There you go.
you go.
So tap tap.
Look at us
So,
all
yeah.
with our mics now.
That's right. We're
Yeah.
all moving up in the world slowly. We're getting there. Still lots more to get, but it's a step at a time. So
And and right now we're in Montreal.
Montreal has actually been a real cool place for music over the years, especially for British bands. Montreal's always been the testing ground to see if a band was ready for the United States. They'd actually bring them into Montreal. If they proved well here, they would send them off to the States. If not, it was back you go. So lots of bands got their start here. Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, a neat fact. Did you know that the first place Beatles landed in North America was St. John, Newfoundland?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that one. I usually do
Yeah.
the music trivia. She
There
caught me.
was 300 odd ball fans that were waiting for them there. Some media, very few, because it just got leaked by accident and nobody was supposed to know. But yeah, that's where they first stepped their foot on the ground on this side of theirs.
Wow. My husband loves the Beatles, and don't get me wrong, I like them a lot. But growing up with my cousin, sort of like my sister, she was a huge Elvis fan, and I just got sucked right in with that, you know. And I feel like you can like both bands, but you can only love one.
Yeah, no,
You
exactly.
know? Not bands, but you know what I mean.
There's a lot of lines on the sand when it comes to the ultimate bands. I hate to say it, I was not such a big Beatles fan, and the weird part is, it's actually because of growing up in French Quebec. The French were obsessed with the Beatles,
Okay.
and I'm one of those ones. If I hear too much about something, I get completely turned off from it.
Yes.
And they really did a good job of doing that to me. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I ever gave them a fair enough chance, Beatles, but. Yeah, I don't get excited when I hear them.
I think some of their music is really, really good.
It is.
Some of it is just like Yellow Submarine, really.
Yeah, like I mean, there's great for being explorative, and then there's weird for the sake of weird, and that's where I think that we're going. In my opinion, it was more shock value than real actual. I think they get too many props sometimes for being too original in some things. It's almost just meant to freak people out, not really having a whole pile of.
I think they were just having fun, really.
And that's fine too. I mean, that's great. And I don't mind that at all. It's just sometimes then people get so deep into it, and it's like, you know what, guys, you're going a lot deeper than probably the band ever did with it, to be honest. You know,
they were having fun, and you're really making it something it's not.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So that happens a lot, unfortunately, in music. I notice.
Shannon, can you do me a favor and please be sure to drop Pusa's stream link in the chat, because I ran late, I didn't have Timey's pool boy do it, and he won't listen to me now. I don't know how to make him do it right now. So I'll get lost if I go somewhere else. Did you know okay, you guys are getting bonus Snarfblat for being here today, by the way.
Oh.
All of my guests get bonus Snarfblat, which is mer money.
Okay.
And it will come into play in the future. There'll probably be some contests. There are some games that can be played, but you have to have your Snarfblat to get in on it. So because you are here today, you both get bonus Snarfblat.
Well, I'm honored. I love that. I love when channels are doing stuff original and that I like totally all over. I think that's awesome.
And I hear you guys in the chat stick around, because the more you stick around in the pool parties, the more points you get.
That's right. The more Snarfblat you will have.
That's right.
Blow those horns, guys.
I love it. I love it. That's thinking outside the box. Kudos to you. So
thank you. Hey, Seven. Thank you very much. Can I get into Disney with them? No, Mom, you cannot get into Disney with them. Not unless I suddenly offer Disney as a prize, and I can't see that happening anytime soon.
I absolutely love that.
My mother is obsessed with Disney, just a little bit. She loves going to Disney.
I can't believe how many people, I know people like Disney, it's no secret, but I'm seeing these channels, these group channels on Disney, and it is unbelievable.
They get serious.
Wow.
Look out.
I've seen some fights in these things, and I'm like, wow, you guys really are taking this to heart. Like,
Well, for some people, it has been a generational activity. I mean, and I'm so far away from Disney culture as possible, because obviously, growing up in a Soviet country, we never really had anything like that. You know, and I maybe vaguely started to hear about it. So
there should be a Russian Disney. I'm just saying.
Oh my God!
Yeah. There were amusement parks. Definitely there were. But you know, some of them were really hard to attend to.
All made out of concrete and all surly and lined.
Some of them were dangerous to attend to. I mean, you know, nobody actually like died. But I remember
we had people die at one by us.
Yeah.
In Jersey, different story.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, nothing so fancy though as Disney. We had our own ones, hedgehog spinners.
There you go. Did they they had rides it was Action Park. Now it's Action Park again. They've redone it, and now it's Action Park again. But when I was a kid, Action Park was so dangerous. People were getting hurt left and right, and people died on those rides. They were bad.
That's
Thank
crazy.
God it's not what it was then, you know.
Well, yeah, stricter a little bit, getting a little stricter with the inspections. That's one thing you notice, and it's not to pick on Soviet country, but a lot of places. We complain about the prices here and stuff, but also too, it is the safety factors included as well. Way more inspectors, a lot tighter regulations. They have to update things more. Somebody's got to pay for it. So in one way, it's a good thing. it means that they're keeping it.
Well, for example, our zoos that are often attached to the amusement parks are very loose with the caging of their animals.
no.
How is that animal called that sprays the needles? It's a
Porcupine.
Yeah.
Porcupine?
For example, porcupine was so loosely caged that I could actually go and pet it like with my hands.
Oh, that's not safe.
No. So that's just an example of how it was going.
Her mom was sick in the hospital, and that's an awful time to bring that part up. But we were waiting on the 7th floor, and this is a decent sized hospital, and new windows probably installed in the last 5-10 years maximum.
Okay.
The windows were 6 foot tall. They start 1.5 feet off the ground, and they literally opened up like inside.
Oh Lord, so you could jump right out.
If anybody had enough or got bad news from the doctor, it was literally a half step and out you go. No
That's
gates,
horrible.
no fences, no nothing. And there were new windows, like new
Good.
PVC windows, but they were 6 feet high and they swung in. That was unbelievable. I'm like, oh my God, back here, if you did that, you would be sued for the next 20
But
years.
I never heard any instances of people doing it, so I don't know.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, that's how I roll. Welcome.
Hey,
Oh,
Hi.
hey, Gear Vlogs. Welcome to the pool.
lots of awesome channels in
Feel
here.
free to splash each other. You know what? I can't see anybody who's coming that's not going to want to be splashed, so go for it.
That's right. Splash away, folks.
It's a
Splash.
party.
That's right. It is a party.
So let's see. Who should we start with? Because I know you each have your own musical histories, right?
Well, mine is so tiny compared to what Andrew has.
No,
So I'm just gonna.
Doesn't
Sis-
matter. Music is music, and I think it touches you as deeply,
right.
no matter how big or small involved you are, right?
I guess, yeah, but I'm just gonna tag in. I'm tagging.
Okay, you'll tag in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are up, Andrew. Tell everybody, including me,
Oh,
your musical history.
See.
I'm
Oh,
dying
my-
to know because I know it's pretty big.
oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I guess I got stage fright now.
Where
I'm
does
not
the
used to-
story start? I guess. When did you first start getting into music? How's that?
Okay, that sounds easy enough for me. I've grown up in a musical background. My father plays fiddle, he plays mandolin, guitar. He is a big bluegrass fan, always has been. Country as well. My mother is a huge George Jones fan. Older rock, my father not so much, my mother yes, but they were definitely rooted in country and bluegrass.
Okay.
I never really got the bug for it. I appreciate what they do, but you never want to do what your parents are doing, you know? It'd be the same if my parents loved Ozzy Osbourne. I'd never want to touch them with a 10-foot pole. It's just the way growing up is. You want to kill pop music, get your parents into it. So I've always said that.
I do know what you mean. I with my own kids, there were times where I used a little bit of reverse psychology. with my
Yes.
mom, especially when we were out shopping. I was like, "Oh, I don't really like that." And she's like, "Oh, that's beautiful."
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be seeing in that. I wouldn't listen to that at all. And it really does work.
Mhm.
Like since we've gone on YouTube, we've pretty much sickened my oldest on going on anything social media. Like I think he doesn't want to touch it again. So
Yeah.
but it's all right, you know, and they do pick up music. Like my oldest son, he's gonna be 21, and he does like some of the music I like growing up that I've exposed him to. So I don't think all hope is lost. Once they get over the
No.
cool stage of their teens, into their 20s, they start to kind of mellow out a little more.
Oh yeah, and then they look to see what it is you're appreciating. Some, you know.
Definitely. They see it through new eyes, and it's not wrong to agree with your parents on the odd song here and there. You won't crumble and fade away. So the stigma's gone. I get that a lot with my parents' music now. Like I really do have a love for Buck
Some of the
Owens and those kind of names and stuff like that. And I still play a lot of Merle Haggard. It makes me think of my dad and stuff. And so there's a connection to it. That's what I believe music is. It's rooted right in the heart of your soul, more than language, more than anything else.
I agree.
You know.
I think it's because even as a child, you know, babies dance.
Yes,
They
that's
hear
right.
music and they dance. You
They
know, it's
babble with tones before they
Uh-huh.
can talk. You know, it's all a sing song in the end, and it's what kind of bonds everybody together. That's the only way you can bring cultures together that don't speak the same language as
Mhm.
music and things.
That's true too.
So it.
Hey, Reagan.
Oh, Reagan's here. Welcome. Nice to see you. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much my roots into it. I'm like my father. I cannot teach my kids how to play. They got to learn at least some because I have no patience. Typical father. Your finger goes there. One of those kind of conversations. Within 2 minutes.
So you mean you can't teach me how to play my beautiful blue guitar?
I could probably help you better than I could help my own kids. We're always more patient with other people.
That's true.
But-
That's sometimes true, depending on the situation.
There is the odd parent that can really pull it off. I'll be the first to say I'm not one of those. So once I've told my middle son he wants to learn, I'm like, take it in school or somewhere, learn the basic chords, and then I'll go with you from there. But till you get to that point, it's probably better for both of us. You don't learn. I don't want you to hate the instrument because of me. That's
Right.
my worst fear.
Yeah, that's true.
So I started learning with my friends, and guitar I started with. I grew up in like I say, a rural area in eastern Quebec, a very small town of 300 people. And I had a big town beside me of 4,000. So that's about as big as it ever got. Yeah. So I played there, and then we played for years. Everybody wanted to start a band. Like always, there was 80 guitar players, 2 bassists, and no drummer.
Of course.
And one night I finally went to a friend of mine's father's house who had a bit so awful when you're young. I was 16. His father had a bit of a drinking problem. He played in a country band.
Uh-oh.
So I got a friend of mine to go buy 2 cases of beer. I bought him over, and once he was pretty much the bag, I bought his drums off him and took them home.
Oh my God. Oh, are you there?
Yeah,
Oh.
this is my true confession side here. This is where everybody sees what Andrew, how hateful he can be. I swear to God, I wouldn't do that now. I promise. But
I didn't think you would now.
no, but yeah, at the time it seemed like a great idea. So I was full.
So you
steam
bought
out.
them for liquor, basically.
That's pretty much it. I got him liquored enough
Well,
that
at
he took the
least
money.
you didn't steal them. You bought them.
No, and I did give him money
know.
on top of it. I just needed him in the right mood to be able to willing to sell them. So I did give him some money too.
Okay.
Grease
I
the
can't
wheels.
comment on that. All
Yeah.
I can say is I probably have some true confessions of my own that I will not put out here. That's all I'm going to say.
Can we get one out?
Not about this one.
Just one? No? No. Okay.
I have an
Okay.
ex-husband who drank a lot. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay. Okay. I follow you then loud and clear. So, I get where you're coming from. Well, then you kind of get a bit of where I'm coming. You kind of understand where I was. So I really wanted to play, and I wanted to be in a band. I definitely wanted to. I was always that young guy growing up in the country where everybody listened to country music who couldn't wait to get the hell out.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to LA as fast as possible. I knew what I wanted to do. There was no denying it. And playing as soon as possible was important. So I said, we got no drummers. Fine, I'll be the drummer. So I taught myself to play, and I love drums. I really
My
did.
son loves drums.
I think it's good for all young boys should be able to play drums for at least 3 years. They'll get rid of a lot of aggression that way. I really think it keeps them in check. Some.
The only problem is that we didn't have a soundproof room, you
Yeah.
know, and he put headphones on and played to the music he was listening to, which was
Right.
a little bit of screamo. So for me, I'm like, all I hear for hours is bam, 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 bam. I'm like, oh my God. But now recently he had them in the garage. He recently moved, but they were in the garage and I couldn't hear them from across the house. So I was good, you know. Tucker, really? That's Tucker. I apologize. He does have a unique bark.
Yeah, I love it. That's your
What the
catching.
heck is that, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Somebody thought it was a bird.
Well, it does. That's what I was kind of thinking at first, to be honest. So that answered a lot of questions. So
He's a dog. It's definitely a dog. I don't know if I can change the what do you call it? The thumbnail while we're here. Can I do that? Do you guys know that?
not in Hangouts.
Yeah, usually, not in Hangouts. Those usually don't fiddle with it while it's.
Yeah, it can.
Okay. I'll leave it alone then.
Yeah,
I was gonna
do it
try.
after.
I'm like, let me get rid of that one. I hate that one. It just takes my banner and it puts it there. And I'm like, my banner isn't even the banner I want. You guys know that. I'm waiting on my banner still. And I'm like, I'm even considering just putting up something in the interim until I get the banner. But I'm like, I can't do that because then you're swapping things too much, you know?
Yeah.
No,
Too often.
that's
Patience,
true, especially with your banner, because that's more of a long-term commitment on YouTube. So you definitely don't want to be changing it too often.
Exactly. So I'm gonna leave it alone until Weave solves the problem that I have created for him. I take full blame. It's an idea I had, and he's like, "Oh, I can do that." I'm like, "Okay," and then he got sick, so now he's sick. I hope he feels better soon, though. So
That's
I'm
awful.
patient. I'm patient.
means it goes all across the world. No matter what seasons, everybody's getting sick.
Weave is so awesome.
He is. He really, really is. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I love Weave to pieces. He's really cool.
We've met some amazing people here, I have to say. I
It
really
is
have.
unbelievable. It feels like years sometimes because met so many people and got to get so connected with them and that.
Yeah. And they're such good people. I mean, compassionate, caring, kind, you know, exactly what I want my community to be, you know, and you find them.
That's right. And once you get a couple, it spreads and they
Mhm.
attract so many more and it just keeps going that way.
And it's fantastic.
Like we get comments, you know, like, oh, you guys sure about having all the wrenches and everything, especially we're getting bigger. But honestly, it's still working out. People are thinking, and there's going to be troublemaker come in now and then, and God help them because it looks like a firing squad when everybody hits them. Everybody got wrenches, so they don't stay. I picture it sometimes like
they don't last long.
No, there's not a lot of room for that. So yeah, it keeps them pretty much in check, I guess. But
hey, Karen.
But we've had trolls come in that actually become some amazing supporters. You know, they kind of got with the program, see what people were like, gave it a chance. And I really love that. I think that's so cool.
It is. When they stick around, I've watched it in Michael's stream too, when he says, you know, look, if you want to be an ass, don't stay. If you want to get to know some people that are really cool, stick around. We're not going to kick you out. We want you here. We just want you here nicely. You know, he tells him to learn to be a good troll like Hell Kitten. Which is pretty awesome, you know.
Michael's got such a great way of doing that stuff. He always finds the right thing to say. I don't know. He should have a job at Hallmark writing greeting cards or something.
I have to write a song, by the way. I don't know if you guys know this.
No.
The song is going to be called Donuts, Dog Food, and Broken Hearts.
Oh my.
Wow.
Interesting combo.
That's going to be the first album name and the first song name. I did a prelude to it. It's not the actual song for Michael's birthday. Because I had to have a little fun with it. But yeah, I have to work on this.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah.
That's and how long do you have to do it? Is there a timeline?
It's not a challenge. There's no time limit. It's just what happened was Michael teases because I tell everybody, take what you want, pass it along. And I put up donuts and I put up coffee and I put up, thank you, Cornelius. I don't know why.
Oh,
I don't know. I guess I would say my PayPal's around too somewhere. I don't know why my widget link isn't working. I'm sorry. Ignore that link then. Can you drop my PayPal, Simply Shannon? I'm so sorry. I don't know why my other link widget isn't working. I'm gonna have to work on that one because you get points for it. That's why if you go through there, but I'll make sure you get your points because you get extra points for donation too.
You are so awesome. I just love your style. I never got a chance to tell that. I got to tell you, you really do. I love it. It's so off, just like the cover. You just kind of everything on the fly, and you have a great way of doing it. It's fun.
You got to relax, you know, except for beforehand when I have to run like a lunatic, and then I can relax.
Yes, that's right.
Once it's on, there's nothing more I can do, right? So I can't stress about anything, including the widget. The widget to show in the stream, the widget that's in the stream isn't working.
You okay, hon?
Oh, the donations actually work, but the widget in the stream isn't working. Are you okay, sweetie?
Yeah, my phone was vibrating and I couldn't find it. Well, something was vibrating.
Oh.
No, I couldn't understand if it was Andrew's or if it was mine.
There, another little look into our lives.
No. If you guys need a moment, I'll just black out that screen. I'll come back when you're ready. I won't promise.
No, guys. Everybody thinks in their own manner of being spoiled. I just couldn't determine if it was Andrew's phone or mine vibrating. What are you guys thinking?
Oh, okay. You know, I've just...
guys.
They're wrong, you know.
That's what the kids are calling it these days. You know? Unreal. So, yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Hi, Double J. Thank you for coming. And Nero Trigger and Happy Lux. Wow.
Oh,
It's such a
wow.
crowd here today.
Excellent.
I think I need to grab a chair, though, for my foot. I'll be right back. In the meantime, I would like you to start telling us, how did you get from being in a small town, playing the drums that you got from prying them away from a man with liquor, to whatever came next?
Sure, no problem. Okay. So I played in small towns, and then I finally made my way to Montreal. I started playing in some thrash bands and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun, but hard to do because eventually I quit college and became a truck driver. And doing long haul and drumming does not mix well. And I just finally couldn't do it anymore. I was hard to let it go, cut the hair, got rid of the drums, did the whole thing. I used to have hair right down to my waist pretty much when
Me
it was
too.
straightened. Yeah. A little more, a little more. I'm sure it looked better than mine. Something tells me.
It wasn't blue back then.
No.
So I don't know. And I didn't have Weed Ad back then. So I didn't have the proper products, which I didn't actually use properly today, as you can tell. But that's okay. I'll fix it later.
Well, my hair was long. My sister used to straighten it for me. One time she went and crimped it without telling me because I trusted her too much. I looked like a tin roof.
What I do? I
Yeah.
hit something. Stop that. Don't do that. What did I do? Oh my Lord. I'm so sorry. Cortana decided to butt her nose in here. Are we still all good?
We're good. We're here.
Yep.
Okay, good.
We're on. We're live.
Sorry. Hey, Erica. I'm moving you guys in a little bit so I can get out of the sun a little bit and put my foot up. I'm so sorry.
No problem.
You know what I'm going to end up doing? I'm going to figure out how to work OBS at some point. And when I do that, I'm going to take this pool and I'm going to put it inside my house so I can sit in my beautiful chair that makes me comfortable.
There you go. That's a good
Maybe
idea.
you could take out the chair by the pool.
I don't know. It's a pretty big chair. It's a recliner from what's that big reclining company? My husband
Lazy
got
boy.
Yeah, he got it for me for our anniversary.
Ooh.
And it's really pretty and it's like a smaller one, but yeah, it's a project and a half. I have a table and I'm having a hard time, you know.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a lazy boy by the pool. You know, where is the best place to get lazy?
That is true. Eventually, there will be a whole sofa set out here, an outdoor sofa set with an outdoor lounger and everything. But we have to first fix our kitchen, and then we can work on that.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time. It'll all fall into place.
That blue water, though, seems very enticing. I must
Yes.
say.
It
Very
really, truly is. And it's very helpful to stand in when your legs are hurting when to sing.
I can well imagine. I can definitely imagine.
I got in my dress one day. I was like, I can't take this no more. It solved the sweating problem too, which was nice. You know?
Yes, well, why not?
Two-prong
Exactly.
win.
So,
I love
so many
that.
problems.
Hey, Nana, welcome. Okay, so you went into Montreal and you gave up drumming and
Yep.
cut your hair.
Yep, and I gave it up for a long. And my guitar, I sold it to help my sister out. I sold my electric guitar that I love dearly. My sister was going through a bit, nothing bad, just every teenager needs money, so I sold it. She didn't know, pawned it in, helped her out. So
See, that's the karma payback for the drunken that you're good.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's very true.
I would love. I'm gonna in a few minutes, not yet, but I'm gonna show you my guitar. I'm excited about it.
I can't wait to see it.
My
Blue
son
guitar.
got it from a pawn shop,
Oh, really?
and then he never used it. And then when
Okay.
he left, can you guys still hear me? Because I moved away from the mic. I don't
Can
know.
you hear you good?
Yep.
Clear.
Yep.
Okay, good. When he left, when he just moved away recently, moved back to New Jersey, he said anything he left behind he didn't want, and he left the guitar. And I'm like, oh, that's mine.
Claimed, done.
Claimed. And now I'm gonna have my husband take it down to a guitar shop to get it tuned up and put the one string missing. That's why he didn't play it. One string. So he doesn't watch me, so we can talk about this. So yeah, I got this beautiful blue guitar because he left it behind.
Well, there will match the pool water as well. You can get some great shots of you playing out by the pool. The
Mhm,
blue
once
in
I
your hair,
learn.
the blue in your water, the guitar. Well, you just play it forward for the camera. Nobody will know the difference. They'll think,
My spazzy hands, you know.
the alternate side.
It's gonna be interesting. I meant to do that, I swear.
Go into YouTube and learn one chord, and then you can just put your fingers there. It's only a
There you
picture, so
Well, that's
And YouTube is so great to learn now. Like that's another thing too. That's an awesome resource.
I learned
Pause.
how to edit using YouTube because they have the editing program that I use has training on YouTube,
Right.
you know? So I was able to learn how to do all of I didn't know anything. I was horrible.
Awesome. You guys take all the time to learn that kind of stuff. Like seriously, because it is a big thing to take on. I'm always saying that, you know, people that decide to come on here and learn how to make videos and all that, it's a lot of work. So hats off to you. It's
I'll tell
not a
you,
small
the
task.
program actually does a lot of the work for you, which is awesome. And it has these amazing special effects that I can throw in sometimes.
Nice.
I was able to do Under the Sea with actual sea creatures behind me. It was dark when I sang because I sang late that day, and I literally just pretended it was a green screen, and it worked. I was like,
Really?
"Oh, that worked! That was cool."
What program is it you're using?
It's Hit Films Express.
Hit Thumbs Express.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, check it
It's
out.
good to know because we're always looking for new programs to recommend to people. So that's awesome. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, and it's free.
Oh,
Price is
that's
right.
even better.
Yep,
Yes,
that's
the
what-
right
For
price.
me. Free is
That-
for me.
That's what we want to hear. So well, that's what we tell. Like some people ask us what we're using, and I mean, we work in Adobe Suite, but it's just because of what we do as well on the side. Not everybody needs that. It is a lot of money just to do part-time videos. Like you need something paying the bills for it. In my opinion, it's not.
I agree.
And I don't want to go through another learning curve right now, but I would still have to have something kind of in that realm for what I do. But
Yeah.
you don't need a Ferrari to drive to get milk, is always what I say. You know,
Yes.
some people get so blinded on here and, oh, I need a $10,000 camera and oh, I need a 5,000. You don't.
You don't have to have it. No.
No, look at Artem Orbit with that camera we always talk about with that little palm-sized 4K camera. It costs what, $150
Yeah,
US?
yeah.
And his vlogs are fantastic, like some of the best I've seen.
Yeah.
And he hides it in his palm. Everybody thinks he's blocking the sun out of his eyes, but
Wow.
yep, he does these amazing shots. You gotta have talent.
I let the dog out. I can hear you still. I just gotta let
Mhm.
it. I'm banging otherwise. Go, 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 go. Thank you guys. See you soon. Have a nice trip. They're gone.
Kathy,
Sorry about that.
Miss Kathy
Today,
said you
Miss
love her about
Kathy,
it.
I'm not going to be singing. Today, we are talking with Pusa Studios all about their history in music.
I got kind of rambling on. I guess it just jumps to about the part where I guess I worked for the music company. Was what
How did you get there?
I was driving truck. I'll tell this is a fast one. Driving truck. I came off the road out because my first wife and I had our son. I wanted to be closer to him. I worked in forestry, and after all those years of growing up in a rural area, I developed an allergy to spruce trees, which is basically where I lived is all spruce,
No.
and it was a bad one, like really debilitating.
Oh.
So I finally had to leave. They through unemployment, they offered for me to go back to school in 2000. So I went back and took we moved back to Montreal. I took multimedia integration.
Okay.
I graduated in August of 2001, and I wanted to work in the aeronautical sector. And I went out one day. I said, I'm putting on my suit, I'm parking the car, and I'm hitting the pavement. I'm going to go through every place there. 35-degree heat. It was boiling. I'm walking out, handing them in these resumes. Nobody will talk to me. I see security everywhere, and it's a bizarre day. And I'm like, I guess I never knew what this industry was really like until 5 hours later when I go get a drink of water at this place and I look at the TV, and guess what day it was?
Oh, no.
September 11th.
Yeah.
And that's why nobody would talk to me. That's why there was guards everywhere. I was walking, so I had no radio. So I'm trying to hand out resumes in the aeronautical sector in the worst day in aeronautical history.
Yeah.
So the money's gone. I know right away I'm screwed out of a career. There's going to be nothing. I got a 2.5-year-old son, no money coming in.
Oh.
And I go down to the school and I'm freaking out. And finally she said, well, there's this music company that we've worked with before. They've just asked for somebody, but it's graphic design. I'm like, I don't care. I'll take it, whatever.
Wow.
And I hated graphic design. I hated it, that part of it. I'm not in, there's only one color, red. I'm not into discussing reds for 5 hours. You can tell I'm not exactly a guy with a ton of flair sometimes.
I can't help laughing because also I hate math. Okay. I
Mm.
always have hated math, but I was really good at it.
Right.
And I ended up, my career was office manager for medical and dental offices. I specialized in insurance claim processing, and all I did all day was math. And I hated every minute of it. But I loved the patients, but I hated the math part of it.
Right.
That's all I did all day.
You never know what you're going to get into, and usually what you don't like tends to bring you somewhere towards where you're going, it seems.
Yeah.
So they gave me the job. I basically talked my way into it because I had no other options. Xenia loves the story. The guy kept saying, well, this is where the lunchroom is. It's like, okay, so this is where I'm going to be eating. Well, yes, sir, if you get the job. And then he showed me something else to be, okay, so this is where I use the film. Yes, if
Nice.
we go through it, I just kept pushing it. I was desperate. I had nothing.
I've
And I
done
got
that
in there.
before. I've
Have
done
you?
that exact thing during interviews. I'm like, oh, that'll be really nice. That's my desk.
You got to sell yourself. You got to sell yourself, you know? You get
If
it.
you see yourself there, they'll see you there.
That's right. 100%. You got to sell the vision to them as well as them to you. So I got in there and I,
Snowball Nomadic, sorry.
oh, no problem. I liked it though. I like the people, the industry. It was very weird industry because you're very corporate. We were a distributor, so we weren't like record producers or anything. So we had a very corporate side mixed in with a very liberal arts mentality. So you're
Okay.
always kind of walking one foot on each side of the fence.
That's a hard line. They're
So especially trade shows and stuff like that, because you're hanging out with people who really like to go off the wire sometimes, but yet you got to protect your image as well, but without offending them. So there was a lot of trying to find a way to work it that nobody felt upset.
Yeah.
But it grew, and I got promoted to promotions coordinator. They created the new position. Basically, I took on marketing and advertising for 21 prominent lines, Pearl Drums, Chord Canada, Washburn Guitars, Digitech, so on and so forth. And once I come into Canada, once I crossed the 49th parallel, we were the company. We were Marshall Canada. We were Pearl Canada. So there was a lot of with it. I worked with a lot of movies because a lot of movies are shot here in Canada that are actually based in the US because it was cheaper to film, and they can, like Montreal can replicate New York, Boston, Philadelphia. You know, they can shoot most of the scenes here. There's big sound stages.
Nice.
So anytime they use any of that equipment, and Marshall's so predominant, I would be the one handling all the paperwork, the finalizations and stuff. There's a TV show, I don't know if you've heard it, was big in the US called Degrassi Junior High or Degrassi Next
I've
Generation.
heard of it. I didn't watch it, but I've heard of it. Yeah.
That's where Drake got his start, the rapper Drake.
Okay.
He was on there. Well, I was a product advisor for 5 years on that TV show. Yeah, that was a really big one. So that opened a lot of doors. And I still worked for my main company, but I was the liaison for all that. So I got to meet
Canadian like shows that I've watched. There's the one with, I can't remember the name of it right now though, but it's the one with there's one actress, but she plays all these, there's like 7 parts she plays. It's amazing.
Really?
I can't. I can't chase it because I won't remember that.
Yeah, I'm like that too. It'll come to me at 2 a.m. I'll wake up and I know it.
Oh, that was it.
4 weeks later,
my husband, he'll be like, "What are you talking?"
Yes.
about? There was this thing while I was on my stream. I couldn't remember, and now I remember. Oh God, I want to tell them.
We're in the same boat on that one. That I can tell you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
I left you.
I just wanted to mention about the movies that there have been a lot. Like, for example, Catch Me If You Can was filmed in Montreal and Quebec City exactly because of that, because they couldn't fly to France. So in order to shoot the European scenes, they came here because this has a more French feeling to it.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's true. I can see that for sure. You know,
even a lot of actors come out of here, but most of them go to the States. You know, it's just a progression for them to have the bigger scenes and stuff like that. And you know. And
then there's the English actors that come and they have. I'm sorry, the actors that are Americans that are busy pretending that they're English once they're off screen, because I can't see them that way. It's not possible. There's no way that person speaks with that accent. They must be acting when they're off. That's my theory.
It's just he ends up he's from Oregon or like from Wichita, Kansas or something like that.
That's my theory, you know.
I like that.
Like the theory, it's a good one, right?
I do. I can run with that. So I that's about it. I worked the movies, and then I worked with a lot of musicians. I did basically endorsees is what we did. I signed on new endorsees. I did advertising, print ads, all those things. And if endorsees came into Canada, say Dave Mustaine from Megadeth was doing Montreal, Calgary, Vancouver.
Okay.
I would bring him in the day to Marshall dealers where he would have it set up in advance. There would be like crowds there for signings.
Gotcha.
And then bring them sometimes backstage. They'd have contests. You know, the winner gets to go backstage. So I do that at night and stuff. So
Wow.
it was pretty cool. Yeah, I met a lot of people through it. A lot of people I had on my wall. One of my favorite ones was a band from the 80s called Overkill, and they had a song called Hello from the Gutter. And it's the very first song I ever taught myself to play on guitar.
Really? That's really cool.
And I met him all those years later with my 10-year-old son with me.
Aw.
And we sat down, plugged in a guitar, and I played the first 2 verses and him singing with us sitting on a chair. And that was really cool. That was fun.
That is a moment for life, right?
Yeah, especially with my son with me and that. It was just like that perfect time to, you know, that meant a lot to me. There's some things, some people have seen these already, but
Wow.
That was me and Slash.
Yeah.
And Colin Mockery, he's a Canadian actor from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, yeah, I know who he is.
And that's Paul Stanley from Kiss. We had a kidnapping attempt called in on him that morning. That was in LA.
Oh, my Lord.
And we all laughed saying it was his mother had made it up so he could get more attention. But that's Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. That was my cousin's first concert, and he got to go backstage to meet Dave with me.
Nice. Very nice.
Better than my first concert. Dave was actually very nice. Kerry King from Slayer, excuse me. Lots of metal guys. That's from the TV show Degrassi. And yeah, lots of Kids in the Hall. I don't know if you ever seen that show.
I've heard of that one too.
That was another
by the time those came around, that was like my kids were watching them.
Mm-hmm.
I know nobody believes it, but my kids are like adults.
That was the first star I ever met was Michael Anthony from Van Halen. That was my very first time. Yeah. So, and
first person I ever met was, wait, hang on. It's a tip of my tongue. Holy crap. Don't lose it. It's right there. Oh, come on. The big hair. I know it's the 80s, but
yeah, if it's big hair, it's 80s. That's a given.
It's along the same lines of where we just were. It's not Van Halen.
Cinderella, Poison,
blonde big hair.
Blonde big hair. Once again,
blonde. That's a blonde big hair, guys. I'll get there eventually. It might one of curly hair, yes.
God Almighty, that narrows it down to 98%. That's Marsh.
Same. He hasn't changed. He looks exactly the same now.
Go ahead. No, I was just going to ask, do you know Marshall amplifiers? The big Marshall stacks, those big stacked amplifiers on most rock concerts.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's Jim Marshall. That's the guy that's with my son. He's the one who created the Marshall amplifiers.
Nice.
Yeah, he was a real gentleman, that guy.
It's always nice when they're nice, you know?
He was, yeah. He was a real, really nice guy.
Not David Lee Roth.
Yeah, you got me thinking, though.
You know, I'm gonna bing it while we're talking. I'm gonna bing 2 things. I'm gonna bing that, and I'm gonna bing the show because I just can't get that out of my. Her name is Tiana or something like that. Is the actress's name?
Tatiana?
Yes.
Oh, that was married to the singer from Whitesnake.
I believe so. Yes.
Yes. Let me see if I can get my camera back. We just lost our camera.
Uh-oh, come back. TV show. Let's see. Tatiana TV show. Like that's going to bring up a little tiny bit that I can find who I'm looking for. Is it Malsny? Good Lord, what the heck is the name of the show? Tatiana, you know what I'm going to do? Tatiana TV show plays 8 parts. Tatiana.
You have to take off a second. I want to unplug the camera. Maybe the
TV show plays. If anybody knows in the chat what I'm talking about, please help me. Plays like 6 women. I'll say she probably plays more, but we'll say 6. It's Tatiana Mansley or Mass Orphan Black. Found it.
Oh
anyway,
yeah, yes, she's from that's right. She's from Canada. Orphan Black.
I remembered something.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I gotta admit though I didn't watch all of it. I don't know.
Of it. I think I missed a season. I'm still like behind on one season, but I watched it on like Netflix.
Because I started to watch it when it just came out, and I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. But I hear that the last season was really well, but I haven't gotten back to it. But yeah, I think she got some kind of prize or award
she
or
got
something
award
for
for
her
that.
performance.
I
of
can't believe she
multiple
beat every single
personalities.
one of them. It just blows my mind. 'cause she's
Yes,
so
no,
good.
from the acting side,
Yeah.
for sure, definitely.
Each person was so different, but it was all her, you know? It was really
Exactly.
cool. Hello, Martinez family. Welcome. And I see my stepdaddy there. I'm sorry I didn't say hi yet. Hey, Budget. And try and surviving.
Oh,
I tease him because he flirts with my mom.
I don't know what's wrong.
Hi, Fitzy Fitzy.
Seen
Welcome.
it in Logitech, but it's not seeing it here. It just,
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, we're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
I
That's-
figured. Don't worry. Hey,
Oh.
Heavy Metal.
hey, how are you?
MBK42.
There we go. We're back.
To the stream. Now I'm ready. I'm going to look up 80s metal band.
No, I can see that guy, that big guy with wide shoulders and almost white curly long hair.
Exactly.
He always put the makeup on when he was in the band. You know who I'm talking about, Andrew?
Gene Simmons?
No, blonde, curly.
Well, I don't know what you're talking. Makeup. Oh, big guy, almost gray hair. Oh my god.
Not gray. They're blonde.
Blonde.
Yeah, platinum. Yeah. There, we know who we're talking about.
We know who it is. We just can't remember what the heck his name is.
I must have missed something when I had my headphones off because now I'm completely lost.
Hair metal bands.
Yes, hair metal, exactly.
Come on, give me my hair metal.
Dean Snyder from Twisted Sister.
Yes.
Thank you, Try and Survive. Yes.
Thank you, Try and Survive. And that's who it is. I met him.
I thought when you were describing, but I'm so bad at names. So.
Me too. You know, I know the lyrics to so many songs. I don't know the name of the song, and I don't know who sang it most of the time.
Oh, yes.
It's horrible.
And on the contrary, Andrew is like a music history box.
I could tell it's just coming right out. You know, he's like, this. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
No, but this one goes to Try and Survive. Try and Survive nailed it. And it's like, yes, now I get you.
Absolutely. My best friend from high school's father was good friends with Dee Snider. And I stayed over, and he lived down the block from the Amityville Horror House.
Oh, my God.
And I slept over there one night, and Dee Snider showed up.
That's awesome.
I mean, I said hi, and I'm a little teenager, and I'm like, "What's that, Dee Snider?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then I said hi again when I went by, and I was all shy. Yay! I was very dorky and very geeky, and had very large, thick glasses, and I was very shy and awkward, extremely shy and awkward. And I was very friendly. Like, I didn't have a clique. I was friends with sort of everybody. But it wasn't until I was later, when I grew up, that I looked back and went, I was popular? How'd that happen? Like, I had no idea I had any popularity at all. You know what I mean? But I just had some friends from each group, you know, like I didn't choose friends based on a clique. I chose friends based on who they were.
Right.
Same way I do now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just gonna say same right here, right back at you. So that's pretty much the same. There's a great story about Dean Snider. He was up one night entertaining. He was so much for getting the audience into it. And one night he was so angry. He's sitting there with his mic. He's yelling. He knows this crowd's not getting up. This whole corner. Oh, sorry about that. Oh,
I'm
yes.
sorry. Heavy Metal's heading back.
No, definitely. Always much love to you, Heavy. And he's so angry, and he's like screaming, "Get off your asses. I didn't come here to watch you." Said, "Oh, get in the show, get in the show." And he gets at the bar after, and he's fuming, and his manager comes up white as a ghost. And he said, "I can't believe this. I'm so sick of this. I poured my heart into it. Nobody's getting into it, blah, blah." He goes, "You do not know what happened?" And he's like, "I don't know. They're just not into it." He goes, "Man, you were yelling at the handicap section."
Oh, my God.
He went...
I can't even. How did I have a feeling you were going that direction?
I tried to camouflage it a bit, but you could pretty much, even when he was telling the story, you could see where this was all going to happen in the end. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get off your asses and all that. I guess it went on for like 15 minutes.
Oh, my God. That's horrible. That's so bad.
He felt so bad. I guess after that, he was so terrified to even talk to the audience for a long time. He got
I
kind of a
bet.
complex. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet. I mean, that everybody makes mistakes and takes their foot and shoves it way down there.
Oh yeah, especially when you're in the public eye, they're just waiting to nail you on it. You know. Yeah. But a lot of them were so nice. Like, you travel with them. I mean, they're just like Dave Mustaine when he had my cousin there. Like, a lot of people think metal guys and all this. I mean, he's a 50-some-year-old man. He's not a kid. You know, he
I
goes
think
on.
it all depends on the person. It comes
That's right. And most of them know they're not fake. It's a bit of not an act. It's just part of a presence on stage.
right.
When they come off, like most musicians are short. You go to NAMM show in LA, it's a midget fest. You think they're all like from cameras, they're all like 6'4". They're
No,
all
they
like
have
5.
platform shoes
Yeah,
on.
yeah, they are. That's the camera angles all the time. Most of them are like 5'6",
I know how
maybe
to do
5'7".
that. I do
Yeah.
it all the time. Keep that chin out of there till it goes away. Once you lose enough weight, then you can bring it down again.
I ran into CC DeVille one time from Poison, the guitar player.
Okay.
And he was looking at our booth, and I went in, and the boss's son was running it. And he goes, "There's this guy here looking. I guess he's in a band." And he had a trench coat on, this short blonde hair, little spiky hair.
Oh,
And if
God.
I didn't know any better, I would have thought it was somebody panhandling. And I was almost ready to go and ask him if he was okay, like kind of start working him out of the booth till I found out who it was.
That's funny.
Yep.
That's funny.
Erica's wacky says my hubby was a drummer. He's 5'4". That's it. Like Van Halen, I think the tallest one is about 5'7". They're like scooting around almost, like when you see them at these shows. There's two tall people. Steve Vai, the guitar player that played with David Lee Roth on his own, he's about 6'4", so you could see him coming out of 30,000 people. He's just kind of maneuvering like a giraffe in a zoo,
The closest I got to, for me, when I first started singing again, Smule gave me the opportunity to sing with oh my God, what's his name again? I'm gonna forget now. Well, I met the guy through Twitter when he first started out. Okay, he was passing his song out, basically. You know how they do that?
Yeah.
And when he did it, I listened to the song and I loved the song. I was over the moon about it.
Right.
So I asked him if I could use it in my wedding, and he said yes. And we used it a year and a half ago when we were walking back up the aisle after we had been married.
Wow.
And after that, when I started singing again, he was on Smule, and I got to sing with him. And sing that song with him. And
awesome.
That's so
oh my
amazing.
God. And the first time, you're on Smule, you're not there in the room with them, but and he's not like that a huge star or anything, but I was so starstruck. I had such a hard time the first time I did it. I did it again later because I was like, I have to do the song again because I know I can do better now, Go say hi to Clint. Splash him while you're there, Budget, okay? Hey, Hazy Days.
Hazy Days is here. How are you?
And then I got the opportunity of a lifetime for me, I feel. Okay. I don't know how this is going to get topped. I got to sing Kiss from a Rose with Seal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. There's a vocalist.
That blew me away. And I'm going to do it again because I know I can do better now. And that wasn't that long ago. And it's still on there. So you can do it as many, you know what I mean? And you're not live with them. And
That's so cool.
And I'm more comfortable now with knowing I'm not live with them. It's okay. You know? If you don't like it, you don't have to post it. It's all right. Go for it,
That is so awesome.
But I was really excited that day. I was like, oh my God, honey, I got to sing with Seal. That's like, I used to listen to him on
one of the greatest vocalists.
On the records.
His voice is just unbelievable, like completely off the charts. No. There's some very talented people out there. There's a lot of shills, but there's some really, really talented people as well. There's a guitarist, David Becker, and I'm just stage fright. Probably forget it right now.
Okay.
He played with David Lee Roth. He was one of the fastest guitar players in the world. Renowned kid, genius, virtuoso. The biggest position in the world comes up to play with David Lee Roth. He gets it, They recorded their first album, and he started having trouble through it, and they found out he had ALS.
Oh.
For the last of the album, they had to put lighter and lighter strings on for him to be able to finish the album. He never got to go on tour with them. He never got to do
That's
anything.
heartbreaking.
It was, you know, your world comes apart when it just came together, your chance of a lifetime, and that happens. He's still alive today, and he's actually still writing music.
Well, that's good. I mean, you
I will
can't
send
give
you the
up.
link.
You have to find
No.
some other way, you
Yeah.
know?
He converses through eyes and stuff. They have a chart made with glass with letters onto it, and he converses through eyes and writing that way. And I'll send you his link sometime to his bio
Yeah,
story. It's really, actually, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Definitely. I'll share it out, you know, obviously, because that's, you know,
I know.
you both know, you know, you got to do what you can and as much as you can.
And a heartbeat things.
You
can
find
change.
a way, you know, if you can. I can't do a lot of things, and I love watching the nature channels, you know, here on YouTube because, hey, this old stoner, thank you for coming.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you very much for coming. You know, sometimes it's melancholy though.
Yeah.
Because I want to be there so bad. You know, I used to literally leave my house and walk down the block, and there was the Appalachian Trail.
Wow.
And I would go down the trail with my dog, and I would just sit on a rock and relax and soak in nature and think and contemplate and just recenter myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's just certain things are getting worse too. So.
No.
And
I'm sorry for that, as always. You know,
I have to have an X-ray. We'll find out. You know, we'll find out.
Yeah.
I just have to have an X-ray. I'll know by next week
Yes.
what's going on with it. And I might have to get another recliner for out here.
Well, let's think very positive thoughts. Let's have all the prayers in the world.
Everybody, do me a favor. Send the prayers out that I broke my leg or fractured it slightly, because if that's actually the good news, okay?
Yeah. No,
So do
you
that
got
for
it.
me. It's
You've got that.
not
No
that it's
problem.
nerves, and we know
Consider
how
it
that
done.
goes. Thank you. Thank you.
Positive thoughts.
I'm
Positive
okay
thoughts.
today. And today's a much better day than yesterday, you know? For sure.
Well, that's normal. We all need a lift now and then. We all have our moments, and we all got to be there, and you know, to get through those moments and bring it back. And you know, that's the nice thing too. You can lean on people in here. You don't always have to be on the up. You know, nobody expects that.
And I sing it out too. I always have. I sing it out. You know. So if you hear some melancholy music, it just means I'm getting it out. Then I'll move on to the happy stuff soon. You know.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, it's therapy. I do believe that music is therapy. It really is, 100%. I gauge my moods by the music I'm listening to all the time, and it's been through there for me in a lot of things. So, even memories now, like I'll associate so many memories with the song that was playing or the song that I associate with that memory. And
the memories will come back if you don't. You know, like I'll be like, oh my god.
Yep.
Wow, I remember that, you know.
I agree 100%, 100% for sure.
And try and survive. I do agree you got to stay positive, but at the same time, there are moments that if you just try and push through those positive thoughts and keep only positive and deny the feelings you're having, you're sort of burying them, which isn't healthy for you. And sometimes you got to cry it out. Sometimes you got to sing it out. Sometimes you got to get it out in some way. And then you can move on to the happier thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree. It's all part of the process.
You just can't live there. Like you can have a pity party, just don't move in.
That's right. And you do sometimes need that few moments to go down, you know, to get it out of your system. Like, you know, but then it's always make sure you refresh before when you come out of it. That's an important part.
Absolutely. Yeah. It took me getting sick to realize that, because I was always just trying to, everything's fine, everything's fantastic, everything's wonderful, you know, and everything's not always wonderful. We're human.
That's right.
You know?
100%.
And we have the right, when you're going through things like we've been through, you have the right to mourn your old life. If you don't take the time to mourn it, you won't be able to start a new one.
You're not acknowledging it then. So that's the thing, you know, and you got to acknowledge it. You got to face it at some point. Otherwise, you're living in a dreamland, you know, but it doesn't mean you have to live into it every moment of every day or let it hold you back from the other things as well.
Not at all. I knew from my own past and things that happened in the past when I got depressed after I got sick and couldn't work anymore, that I had to find a way to get out of a depression,
Yes.
and I did that with the pictures. Is how
Yeah.
I did that. I started with my first project 365. I took 1,600 pictures in a year,
Wow.
and it helped me to remember my worth. That's all. I knew I was worth it, but I sort of forgot how much worth it,
Yes.
Mhm.
I get
We
you.
need to remind ourselves often.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That is so true.
Everybody's worth it.
Yeah.
Everybody has worth, and you have to know what your worth is and hold to it.
Oh. Never forget it. And that's one thing about on here on this platform. Never forget your worth.
Absolutely.
Never forget what you are. It's so important on here. It's good. You can maneuver sometimes, change to suit your audience if you feel good about it. But if it doesn't feel good about it, don't do it. And that's the same in music. That's the same in anything in life you do.
Yeah.
Careers, love, relationship, it all falls under the same rules.
Very true.
Well, thank you for so much for having us
This
today.
has been so awesome.
I do have one question though. I have to ask you before you go.
Sure.
Yes.
Now, please tell me if I'm saying it wrong, because my mouth doesn't always work. Xenia, am I saying that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm like, I never know if I'm saying it right.
Everybody gets stage fright on their
Don't worry
name.
about
Don't.
You have music in your past too, so can you tell us real quick before you go?
Oh my! It's really nothing compared.
No.
to
It's
stories.
go. It is something. It's part of you.
It matters.
Well, it's a bit in a different level, so to say. Mine was more through growing up and participating in numerous choirs. The place where I've grown up in the country, the region itself is very keen on choir singing. Like every kindergarten, every school, it's not just a church thing. Like it's almost like being in a band. Everybody's in the choir, and I think one of the biggest highlights for me have been if you can find it, maybe to share the screen quickly.
I'm scared of knocking out our camera again.
The highlight have been Latvian a song festival, which happens like every 4 years, and it is part of UNESCO Culture Heritage, which basically is of tens of thousands of people are joining in singing, and dancing together.
Nice.
Choirs sing oftentimes without any music, which is crazy. to be a part of 20,000 people singing a song a cappella is
wow, that's
mind blowing.
I can imagine. That's beautiful.
There's Andrew sharing it right now. It's a big festivity. Everybody's wearing like a folk traditional outfits from different centuries, and it's a very patriotic thing, I guess, to be a part of it. And you have to go through different competitions, like a choir goes through different competitions through 4 years in order to stand on that
your
stage.
Way in there.
Yes. Yeah.
Congratulations. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think you can play that one because they're not.
I don't want to hurt her channel. I'll just play a second.
You won't hurt my channel. Come on, I always have. I have stuff up there.
I know, but I just don't. I'm always worried I'm going to be the one to call.
Wow.
Yeah,
I made the camera stay on you now because I'm like, I figured out how to do that now.
So you can check it out. It's called Latvian Song and Dance Celebration, or Latvian Song and Dance.
They just.
So you had to dance too while you were singing.
Well, no, there is dance groups that are participating and song groups. Yeah, I have been dancing too when I was smaller, but no, I have participated there as a singer because you're gonna learn like the whole book of all these songs and things like that.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm really proud of that one because it has a lot of preparation and it is really, really close to heart. And it's very, very like listening to it or being a part of it. It's quite moving.
It sounds absolutely stunning. And it looks beautiful. I was in choir when I was a teenager, and it was church choir. But I was in the choir. That's how I learned to, to stand up straight and to sing from my diaphragm versus my stomach.
That's right.
That's where a lot of people get proper vocal training is in choirs, church choirs, and that, because otherwise the lessons are very expensive, and a lot of musicians.
The only training I ever had, I inspired John, and that isn't much. You know what I mean? It was a little church choir, but I loved it. It's very close to my heart that I participated in that, because it was funny, because in the beginning they would be like, Catherine, quieter, we're all singing together. I was like, "Oh." I always sang too loud, and then I got really quiet. I got shy then.
No, they shouldn't be suppressing the leadership.
Well, yeah, I was new and I didn't sing that well. I was singing for my stomach, and yeah, I just was excited. I'd always sung. My mom sung around the house. I grew up with music around me. My father played the guitar, and he played Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we always had music around, but I'd never been in a choir.
but having music around is such a great, awesome start into
definitely.
it. It really
Every
is.
children-
I really believe that it is.
Yes, every child should have it. It's so much.
It opens a whole world to a child. I really do believe that from the bottom of my heart, and it's missing a lot today.
I just am picturing my own children. They're like, Mom, please stop singing. You're really still doing YouTube? I'm like, yes, I am.
That's amazing, though.
Listen, sorry, we have to take off.
I understand.
It was so nice to hang out with you. We're actually on tonight, and plus
Thank
we're
you.
leaving tonight. We're driving 850 kilometers to my parents right after it as well.
Yeah, so we're doing an earlier stream today
Yeah.
because we're leaving early today.
It's Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, so
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
we
you
have
eat
our
your turkeys early.
yeah, we got an early shot. Well, it's colder weather, so they'd eat their turkey earlier. So
Before it freezes.
it might be
You
like
can't
Miami
get
in the
there, right?
summer, but yeah, it's Alaska in the winter here. So
We definitely
Everybody
have to
who
repeat this again, though.
Oh. Nice. And I would love to have you guys when we do the live music. We're probably, at least I'm gonna do a trial thing before the next one. But if it doesn't work with the trial thing, we're gonna just take turns playing music. So everybody will have an opportunity to play. So I'd love to have you guys.
awesome.
Thank you.
I got to get back into it. I got to restring my guitar and all those things, but I'll start getting ready though. I've been having some trouble with my hands lately. That's why I'm getting that arthritis back again. So it is kind of painful to play by times.
I
But
know how that is.
I'll try my best to get back into it. I know
if
you
it's
understand.
hurting too much, you just take it easy. Find something, play one chord like you told me.
Play the radio.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, no, that sounds like fun though.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you very much for
Yes.
those in the chat. And Polly, see you soon. We're going to be
Yeah.
on right after Kat finishes her pool party. So
Thanks
you're
for
going right
anywhere.
yeah.
Well, soon,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay.
I haven't set up OBS or anything because I can't do it because once cameras in you.
Yeah.
So what
but-
I'm going to do is I was going to ask everybody to go say hi to Clint and
Yes.
splash him, please. I want you to, here's his link. And then I want you to go over and here you go. Amy splashed you. I'll figure it out eventually, the wording. There we go. And you can copy and paste that and drop that over there. Just splash on by. You
I
can
love
stick
that.
around until Pusha's ready and then go over to Pusha. And then you can splash them too.
Well, guys, thank you so much. You're so awesome, Kat.
Thank
And it's
you
been
for
such a pleasure
coming.
getting
I
to talk. We got to talk again. I really mean that. It's been such a
Thank
pleasure.
you so much.
I've enjoyed you guys. Thank you. You
You-
take care.
You be well, okay?
You too.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye now. Oh,
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I know I didn't get to the chat too much. I'm so sorry. I really am. I should have checked questions, but we were so busy chatting away today, weren't we? I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Please do splash on by over to Clint. And have a great day, guys. I'll see you real soon. I will be back tomorrow with a song. You guys rock on. Bye for now. Rock on, my wild ones. Rock on.